Welcome to the tutorial for mission number 10, Omerta. Obviously skip all the cutscenes and run straight outside. Talk with Ralphie, who's trying to repair that car. You might overlook him. Now jump upstairs to Vincenzo and get your gun, the Lupara.
Salut Vince, tu sais pourquoi je suis là?
Ouais, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Frank savait que ça arriverait.
T'as quelque chose pour moi?
Un Colt 1911 devrait suffire, mais j'ai aussi un canoncier. En Sicile, on appelle ça une lupara. Quand on retrouve un mec qui s'est fait descendre comme ça, tout le monde pige. Et je crois que le moment de la faire cracher est venu. Ça tire pas bien loin, mais ça arrose dans les grandes largeurs. Imparable.
Si j'avais su qu'un jour je devrais respecter les traditions siciliennes.
And again, right mouse button and 1. Mash them together and you'll pick it up fast. Now just go towards Ralphie. And he triggers. As soon as he triggers, just get into the bolt thrower and start driving. And as soon as you hear something like "Thanks, Ralphie,"
T'es un pote, Ralphie.
okay, t'es un pote, Ralphie, you can just drive outside the bar. And here we are at the city part. First we go to Biff in Chinatown to ask where Frank is hiding. When you actually trigger an officer here on your way to Biff, it is not too bad. It won't be a problem unless he gives you a wanted state. Then it might turn into a problem later. But normally everything should be fine. So go to Biff, he's standing right there. Do a little turn. I'm using the speed limiter here for some reason. But you don't need to. Talk with him and get back into the car immediately. You don't have to wait for a line or something. Just get back into your car and drive away. Now you have to drive to Little Tony. He's at the art gallery on Central Island. So you have to go the fast stretch. And obviously we'll drive through the tunnel. And remember, when you're driving the bolt thrower and you have to do a sharp turn, use the secondary keys in order to not spin around. We all know spin to win since Pokemon Gen 2, but it might not be the best strat for Mafia. Say we have the cop car, but we ignore it. And now reverse camera, full throttle on the stretch, just here, right side, and go ahead. Obviously when something already spawned, you have to check it. You can accelerate, pay attention to trains. And you brake, take the left. And there's the art gallery that we are gonna see in Death of Art. You just do a U-turn, stand near Tony. And you have to wait for his line "Salutami," otherwise the next segment won't trigger. There we go, now you can enter the bolt thrower and drive away. So you don't have to wait for the line "Écoute, je sais pas exactement." So he doesn't know exactly where Frank is, but blah blah blah. You just have to wait for "Salut Tommy." And now you just drive pretty much to Lucas Bartone. So you see the routes are repeating. But here, stick on the right side of the bridge. Do not stick to the left side. And why? Because otherwise there will be a save game triggered already here on the bridge. And it might be smarter to trigger it next to our target, which is Joe. And there we go. Here you can shoot him, but hit him. There we go. The save game was triggered. I'm now chased by the cops, so I just reload. And since I already shot Joe, I don't have to do it again and can just drive away. When you see that line "D'accord, ça va, t'as gagné," then you know you did it. Now we just drive to Oakwood. Position of Frank. Then there's gonna be the weirdest chase you've seen. You all know the strats because they are old. But anyways, it's always nice. Follow Frank and you just drive ahead to the airport. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend smashing a phone booth near Frank, or even just getting close to the sidewalk, because if there is a collision, once the cutscene actually starts, you'll be launched into space. If you don't believe me, check the description for a link to one of my highlights. And here we go, just drive straight on. Do not care about the phone booth or anything.
Merde.
And you've
J'ai
done
raté
it.
d'un poil.
And
Ils doivent
now,
se faire du
don't
boulot
be
pour
arrested
Franck
by
s'il
cops.
trimballe en bagnole blindée. Bon, je vais leur filer le train pour voir où ils vont.
That was quite random. So just go up here. And then take the left, and you just drive to the airport. So past our lovely spots in Hoboken. And similar to the route you took to the motel in Ordinary Routine. It's a pity that they didn't use the countryside more, to be quite honest. If you checked it in Freeride, there was a lot more potential than just those 2 missions. Because a trip to the country, you don't have any segment in the countryside. But at least we have the train part in Moonlighting, right? So yeah, drive ahead. Cops are relevant. And prepare the Colt, just select it already. And why? Because you might be able to shoot a gangster at the airport directly to get his Thompson. And then the shootout part is gonna be a lot easier. Otherwise you have to pay some attention here and there to not get killed. You might be able to YOLO it with the shotgun. But let's say it wasn't working that well for me most of the times. So yeah, I'm lucky as always. That means all the gangsters have already entered when I gain control. So I would recommend to take the 3rd door here. And while you have a better, let's say, aim at the Thompson guy there, as long as nobody is blocking your way, then you can shoot this guy. The guy from the right, just use the shotgun. If not, somebody is getting in your way. And kill this guy. And that's it. Now you take the Thompson, that hopefully has some bullets left. Unless you took like 10 minutes to shoot. You can use the medikit if you don't feel confident. Especially with lower HP. And now start sniping them from behind. Kill this guy. Next guy. Just to get the Thompsons, obviously. You don't need to slant to the right or left hand side because it's faster to just run straight. And now get the truck. Get into the truck. You may drive through the hangar, you don't need to. You can also drive left past it. In order to maybe prevent a tire leak. Because they might pierce your tire here. You can kill this guy though. Which is always nice. And then here, kill the guy with the Thompson as well. Or try to do that. And brake. If you have a tire leakage, do not use this truck anymore. Just get into the Falcone and unlock it after the Frank cutscene. So yeah, now we just walk here and shoot those 2 guys. And then we kill the guy in the phone booth, because otherwise he will call the cops. If you're playing on the German version, then you won't be able to kill that guy because of censorship. You need a so-called blood patch, or just a regular no CD crack. So there's nobody awaiting us. So we unlock Frank, and in case, like I said, you have a popped tire on your truck, just get into the Falcone and drive to that point there where Frank's family is hiding. So pretty much the departure hall, I would say. But since we're using the truck, we don't need to move it around. And there's a sniper. He might kill you. It only happened to Artstar, as far as I remember. But you never know. There's a first time for everything. So yeah, get in the truck. Start it up. Now just drive straight on. And left. Now you need to pick up the tickets that are located in the first building in the arrival hall of the airport here. You want to do something like a 180, but I completely blocked the entrance here. Well, I didn't do it completely, but that was awful. Get the tickets. Get back into the truck. Now I have to reverse, otherwise I will be stuck. And there we go. Now we go back to Frank and his family to give them the tickets. And obviously, our protagonist Tommy is going to fuck up and not do his mission. There we go, we have a cutscene. Obviously skip that cutscene. And now you just drive with the truck to the very end of the airport and walk to the bolt thrower to pretty much finish this part of the mission. You only have to drive around the town and then the mission is done anyways. So here, just brake or smash into the hedge. Go to our bolt thrower and drive away. But yeah, in the German version, like I said, it's censored to kill that guy in the phone booth, and you have cops swarming all around. When I was playing on the German version back in the days, I had no issues just to ignore them. So if you really want to run in the German version, which is going to be a time loss compared to the French one, then go ahead. So yeah, you don't want to have cops here, obviously, again. And no traffic at best. Just be fast and furious. And you have to pay attention to the pedestrians here, because sometimes you meet Iron Man and you smash into someone and you literally just bounce back. So yeah, you don't want to trigger a lot of cops in this area, because we're near the bank that you'll see again in Moonlighting. And I do trigger the cop, but I managed to get into shaded mode in incognito, but active one. So I have the choice of killing this cop or just waiting it out until it's shaded again, but it's active again, so I get trolled by the cop. And then I decide to just kill him. And there we go, we can trigger the segment. And now get back to the bolt thrower and drive to Salieri's bar. Easy. Cops are irrelevant. Since they can't do anything anymore against you. And by the way, if somebody finds a skip from Omerta to Moonlighting to get to the bank heist directly, that would be awesome as well. Oh, a nice cop car. So backdoor entrance. And magnets. We're just taking this car out for a walk. And now I hit an invisible wall and do a wheelie with the bolt thrower. You know, just for entertainment. If you hit the wall now of a house, you die because the soft roof is there. So just somehow block this, well, I fail miserably, and get out of the bolt thrower. It's parked perfectly fine in my opinion. Obviously I cannot trigger this part again, I have to kill them. with 10 HP. I was really lucky that I didn't die. So yeah, after 10 years, this mission triggers and you're done with Omerta. As you have seen, the strats haven't changed at all for Omerta, so it's still a pretty easy mission if Frank triggers. Sometimes he just doesn't trigger at all and you have a problem. So yeah, we'll see each other in the next tutorial.